Thank you guys for tuning into my YouTube. For those who are new, welcome. And for those who are already subscribed, thank you for tuning back in. So we're just going to jump straight right into it. As you can see, I'm using my Fenty powder and I'm going to matte out the area with the eyebrows, the forehead, and a little bit on the lid. So if you guys have seen my last video, I'm going to use my Benefit Brows pencil. We're just going to shade it into our liking. Don't shade it in too dark, just shade it into your liking like I said. Always brush it out on both sides. What you do to one side, you do to the next. This video, unlike the last one, is going to be much quicker. I wanted to get more into the eyeshadow and not really focus too much on the skin and the face. I wanted to really break down and show you guys step by step on how to complete an ombre look eyeshadow. So now we're going to go ahead with our P. Louise and our Tarte concealers. You can use both. Always make sure that when you're concealing underneath the eyebrows, it's much lighter. I'm going to use a flathead brush, just so we don't have to keep streaking and going back over. Once I use this brush, it really just, I use it one time and then that's really it. I don't have to keep going back and forth with it. Always make sure you cut off the tips of the eyebrows. You don't want to leave your eyebrows looking too long. So as you can see, I'm just going in with the brush. I'm gonna do the next side off camera. So what I go ahead and do, I use a little bit of my duo lash glue, just a little bit, and I place it on the eyebrows. I seen this little technique from another makeup artist and I actually really loved it. It keeps the eyebrows down for the entire night. So I'm starting to use that. I'm going in with a fluffy brush and I'm just gonna fluff out the tips of the eyebrows so it gives the shadow effect instead of the boxy look. As you can see, P. Louise is my favorite. I bought all bases, all shades. I'm putting the P. Louise base that we used for the eyebrow concealer. I'm gonna go ahead and put this all over the lids. Make sure it's buffed out. You don't want to leave no streaks anywhere. For a more vibrant look, you would use base 0, which is the lightest color. I jumped right in and I used a reddish color eyeshadow as my transition color. That's what we're going to start off with on both sides. Always tap the eyeshadow into the lid. Don't really go back and forth with it. Just tap it into the skin. Tap and dab. What you do to one side, you do to the other. So for most of this look, I'm going to be doing one side on camera, and as you can see, the other side is going to be off camera. So I went ahead with a more orangey red and I'm going to place this right underneath the first shadow. Don't go too high. Always leave some room between the shadow and your eyebrow. As you can see there, it's a little space. You don't want it to look too dramatic. We're just going to keep making this a little deeper. Now we have a purple shadow. This is going to be our third shadow, so we're going to place this more further down directly on the lid, so when you cut the crease you can still see that purple. You're going to spread this all over the eyelid. We want it to be really deep. So your shadow should start looking a little bit cherry purple. That's the look that I'm going for. Back with my P. Louise once again. So this is the base I was telling you guys about. If you want a more vibrant color, you would put this down on your lid first. But I'm going to be cutting the crease with this one. So we're not going to be doing the normal cut crease. We're going to go out with it. I use a small tiny brush. Therefore, if I mess up, I can easily go back in with my brush and fix my mistakes. Cutting the crease is kind of the hardest part, but once you get it down packed, you're good. So yeah, we're gonna cut that right down. I jumped on ahead and I did the other side off camera. So now I'm using a white matte base eyeshadow and we're going to put that down first. On top of that white, just to give it an extra pop, I use a white shimmer. At the end of the video, you guys will see that I have all the products listed and I'm going to show you each shadow that I used. So now we're going to do a kind of burnt yellow. It's not a vibrant yellow, it's more yellow gold. We're going to place that right next to the white, almost on top of it. We're going to be using a fluffy flat brush. It's not the fluffy one that you would use to, I don't know how to explain it. It's not the fluffy one we would use to when we did the transition color. This is a flat brush, but it's kind of more on the fluffy side. Now we're placing the orange right on top of the yellow. And for each matte pigment, I'm going to use a shimmer pigment on top of it. So I used a yellow shimmer on top of that matte yellow. And now with the orange, I'm going to use a brighter orange, a shimmer orange on top of that matte one. I want the look to be really vibrant. So at the ends, I'm going to go ahead and use the same color I used for the top of the eyeshadow, which is the cherry purple color. The look is coming along so pretty. I enjoy doing this look so much. If you guys have me on Instagram, you know that I'm known for vibrant colors, mixing colors, so I just love doing looks like this. I'm using my Duo Lash Glue and my Fenty white eyeliner. So what I do first is I apply the duo liner onto that crease line, and then I apply my white liner on top of that, just so it won't crack. If you guys find that your eyeliner cracks sometimes, use duo glue underneath it and you'll get a better result. I went ahead and added some glitter on top of that white liner in the crease. So I promise you guys I will do a eyeshadow, eyeliner tutorial by itself. A lot of people say they have a hard time doing the eyeliner, but it's really easy once you get it down pat. I use the NYX and I also use Black Radiance. But for this look, we're going to just go ahead and use the NYX Black Liner Matte. Now is the fun part, the lashes, which is my mink lashes that I'm using. We apply 2 layers of the Duo Lash Glue onto that lash. We set it for about two minutes. Make sure the line of the Duo Glue is baby blue. Once it's baby blue, that means it's tacky, and then we can go ahead and apply it on the eyes. So like I said, I'm not going to really go in with the face. I just wanted you guys to see the eyeshadow work. But on the face, we're using the usual Pond's moisturizer. We're going to rub this all in. Now we're going to use another primer from Sephora and rub this into the skin on top of the Pond's. Underneath all that makeup, you have to make sure your skin is very moisturized and primed. So for this look, I used NARS foundation as usual. I love that foundation. I'm using two different color concealers. One is a bit lighter and one is closer to her skin tone. I don't really want a big highlight for this look because the eyes are already dramatic. So I won't make the highlight too crazy. Now it's time for the contour. I hope you guys are loving this look because I really am. I went ahead off camera and I blended everything out. Everything looks smooth. I applied white eyeliner in her waterline. Now with the Fenty powder, we're going to go ahead and matte those areas out that we just highlighted. On top of the contour that we did, we're going to go ahead and matte that out with a Black Radiance powder. Just to warm up her skin tone a bit. I applied glitter underneath the waterline. Just a silver white glitter I applied. We're dusting away all of that Fenty powder. Now here's the final look, guys. I know it came out so pretty. I'm so in love with this look. Stay tuned. Subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys for watching. I will have more videos uploaded soon. Make sure you guys share, subscribe, tell a friend. Also follow my Instagram. Thank you guys for watching. As I promised, I'm showing you guys the colors that were being used. So we went in with the transition color from MakeUp by Yolanda palette, the red color that you just seen. Now we went with Alice, the orange color, and we blended that in right after with the red. Now from Color Drain palette, we used those two purple colors and we deepened the eyeshadow at the ends. The pigments were orange, white, and red, and also a yellow that were used directly on the lid. You can purchase all of these from Ulta, Ricky's, or Sephora. Thank you guys once again. Subscribe to my channel, tell a friend. Bye.